Welcome back to this World of Warcraft Let's Play. You're Sambo, and joining us as always is Seraphis, our level 41 Worgen mage. Say g'day, Seraphis.
Our fates are intertwined.
Our fates are indeed intertwined. They're intertwined here right next to Bab's Fizzle Talk. And of course, if you guys remember in the last episode that we were here in Theramore Isle, and will you look at the blood red sky? No matter how many times we see that, it is truly epic. That is awesome. And of course, yes, we'd gone down there underneath the waves, down in the bay there of Theramore, and we were collecting something very special. That's right, it was the Thresher Oil, and that was for Babs, because of course, she's trying to get this lighthouse working again. So let's have a chat with her and see what she's got to say.
Hey!
Hey there, were you able to get any of that Thresher Oil? We sure were, Babs. Well, I have my doubts, but this is the only solution available right now. Once we have it up and running, I'm sure there will be time to look at other ways to fuel the lamp. Sure there will, Babs. There we go. Dastardly denizens of the deep. You know, it's amazing what you can find in that old lighthouse. After I lit the lamp, I noticed this book in one of the old trunks up there, and it says that she holds up a book and reads the title dramatically. Dastardly denizens of the deep. Why, I think I might swoon if I ever saw one of these. I'm sure it's good for a laugh or two, but I simply don't have time for reading right now. You know who might enjoy it though? That fishmonger on the docks, Dirty Michael Crow. He collects old books. So you can see we've got to bring Dastardly denizens of the deep to Dirty Michael Crow on the Theramore docks. That is our next task. And of course, we've got a few of them already. You can see here, not only do we have to go back there to the docks, but we've also got to swim out to this one here, the end of the Deserters. And if we have a look at the quest text for that, there it is, Gavis Greyshield. We've actually got to go out there, board his ship, and actually defeat this guy. So we might do that next. But of course, before we do that, just one quick shout out. We like shout outs, and this one here is from the Wonder Flash, and they say, hey Sambo, I'm a big fan and always put you on in the background when I'm playing WoW. Could I please get a shout out for my level 15 Druid Worgen Beast Fang? Woohoo! Another Worgen. I think that deserves a cheer. There we go, a fellow Worgen. That's right. Hello to you, and thank you very much for your support there, the Wonder Flash. And I certainly hope you're having lots of fun leveling up your Worgen. You know what? I absolutely love druids, and I don't know, if we ever roll another character, I think it will definitely be a druid. They're just way too much fun. But in the meantime, I guess we need to decide what to do. Do we go back to the shore and speak to Dirty Michael Crow, or do we swim out there? I'd say yes, let's take a bit of a swim, because we're going to have to go out there at some point anyway, so it might as well be now. It's a bit of a swim out there. Let's have a look on the map. You can see we've actually got to go out quite a way. Looks like there's an island out there and a bit of a shipwreck or something like that. I don't remember ever having to actually swim out here in the past, so I'm presuming it's a new Cataclysm quest. Not sure. Although, I don't know, we're out in the Great Sea now. I half expect the fatigue bar to come up, although hopefully they won't be nasty to us and have that come up. And of course, you guys probably know what the fatigue bar is. It's to prevent you from swimming way offshore. If we were to actually swim out way out here where I'm wriggling my mouse, then, well, we'd eventually die, because you get this little fatigue bar that comes up. There we go. If we're out here, you get a fatigue bar that comes up, and it will slowly eat away at your health and eventually kill you. And that's kind of to prevent you from swimming way off the shore, because of course there's nothing really out there. Alright, here we go. Yep, and there are Theramore Deserters out here. Oh, I don't know, maybe we have been out here in the past. It's kind of bringing back memories. Oh, I don't know, it's been such a long time since we've leveled up in Dustwallow Marsh. Now, before we start to the fighting, we've got to get up our shield. There we go, we always forget that one. And now we're ready to rock and roll. Let's open up with a good old Frostbolt. That'll slow them down. And then we'll throw some instants at them. And you can see these guys here are level 36, so they're not going to be complete pushovers. There we go. And I'd say that our guy is probably on the actual ship. But we'll see that in just a minute. Let's get some arcane missiles going on his face. That's right. Alright, so yeah, just going to go straight to the ship. I'm guessing that's where he is. Gavis Greyshield. He's probably down in the captain's quarters as well. Let's lock him down. Oh, it actually got both of them. Gee, I didn't realise it was such a big range on our good old arcane explosion there. Or rather, our Frost Nova. Let's have some arcane missiles again. Oh, I do love being a mage. It is so awesome. Oops. And he's running away like a little girl. Well, oh my god! He's got no health. How did he survive that? That is the most annoying thing ever. What are the odds? Oh, nearly fell off then too. Alright, so I think we need to go down inside the ship. That's normally the way for the sort of named enemies that we have to fight. There he is, Gavis Greyshield. So yeah, he's down below us, I'd say. Let's frost over this guy so he can't hit us. And then we'll have a crack at him from back here. Although I must admit, I didn't actually mean to cast my wand there. Hit the wrong key. There we go. Alright, and you can see all that yummy XP that we're getting as well, so it's always good to take down the trash mobs along the way. Hello. Yeah, arcane missiles are surely going to finish him off. They're just too powerful. Alright, there he goes, Gavis Greyshield. I think we need a frostbolt first. Of course, that means it'll slow him down, and that gives us time to actually get off a big fireball. Now this guy has a lot more hit points than these other mobs. You can see there, 2,100. Nope, he's just standing there. There we are, captured. I surrender. Stay your blade. Oh, so we don't actually kill him. What a big girl's blouse. I will go with you. Just spare my men. They're good lads who've only made a mistake. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. I wonder if they... Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think they're going to be friendly, and we can see them there with the floating nameplates. They're definitely still not friendly, so I'd imagine that we could still kill them. Yeah, there we go. They're still actually targetable. Alright, that's it. We are done. And I think our objective will be to go back. Yeah, we need to go back and hand in. So, yet another swim. Let's take down this guy here. Because, of course, it is XP, even though he's asked us not to. We prefer the XT, thanks, Mr. Captain. I mean, after all, they are deserters to Theramore, and we're loyal to Theramore, so, yeah, sorry, no can do. Oh, that is such a great sight, isn't it? Again, we're always sort of playing at this time. What is it, about 9 PM server time, and that means that the sun is going down there in the background. So that's the evening sky, the bright blood red sky there of the sunset. And I think a lot of people forget that in WoW, you know, we have these full day-night cycles, and along with them we get some pretty spectacular sunsets and sunrises as well. In fact, the other day I was leveling my main character. Well, I wasn't leveling, I was actually leveling up a faction in Winter Spring, because of course I'm going for my Winter Spring faction, therefore getting my Winter Spring mount, and it started snowing over there, and you know what, I'd forgotten how incredible it looks in the snow zones in WoW. They just are absolutely fantastic. And by the way, there's those young merc threshers that we were killing in our last Seraphis episode for the thresher oil for Babs over there. Doesn't it look great? The new water effects, by the way. So yes, when it started snowing over there in Winter Spring, it was just glorious, seriously. Again, I say, yes, they're stylized graphics, yes, they're old, but they still look absolutely incredible if you ask me. I love this game. There he is, Dirty Michael Crow, the fishing trainer and fishing supplier.
Looking for something specific?
Well, maybe. There we go, Dastardly Denzians of the Deep. What'll it be today? The snook is quite good. Let's hand over this book. Well now, that was thoughtful of Babs to send that over. I don't know if you've leafed through it or not, but there's a lot of truth to the tales in that book. Sailors didn't just make it all up, you know. Sounds like a bit of an old wives' tale. If you ask me, is it real? Oh, I'm sure you and Babs had a good laugh over the outlandish descriptions and sketches in the book. But have you stopped to consider that there might be some truth to the legends? If you listen closely enough, I bet you can still hear sailors talk about Tethyr, the sea creature the book says lives right here. Of course, if you wanted to know for sure, you could always ask old Nat Pagle. He's got a small fishing camp on a little island in Tidefury Cove, which is southwest across Dustwallow Bay. Now, you can see we've got to go and talk to Nat Pagle at Nat's Landing in Dustwallow Marsh to find out about this old sea myth. Now, by the way, let's sell up our stuff. I'm sure we've got some junk we can get rid of. Using the good old Sellomatic, getting rid of our greys, and we've got a lot of auction house stuff in our bags here, so I'm really going to be hanging out to get to one. Oh, by the way, I need to make myself some refreshments. Being a mage, of course, we've got a never-ending supply of those, thank goodness. Now, Nat Pagle. I would imagine, hopefully, that any of you guys who have played WoW for a long time will know exactly who Nat Pagle is. Before we go down that path, let's have a chat with Kalia here and talk about the end of the Deserters. Gavis's request isn't as outlandish as it might sound. With the proper handling, Lady Jaina can return the Deserters to the fold, but that is her decision, of course. It's been a pleasure working with you, Seraphis. Without your help, I doubt the operation would have gone so smoothly. When I make my report in Stormwind, it will name you as the mage who ended the Deserter threat. And here we go, we've got some rewards here, none of which I don't think no. So we're going to go for the most expensive one, which is that one there. We've actually got better stuff on us already, unfortunately. Alright, let's have a look at our good old map, and I'd say, yeah, look, we're actually going to have to start heading out into Dustwallow Marsh proper, which, by the way, is very cool. I'm really looking forward to it, because Dustwallow Marsh, like I say, has been kind of redesigned in terms of the quest flow. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that. But I think what we need to do first is head on out to Nat Pagle. Now again, folks, if you are a vet, then, well, you won't know about the new road that's been made, of course. We like that. But Nat Pagle should mean a lot to you. And yes, that's right, he is the legendary fishing trainer. So, you know, he represents fishing in the world of Warcraft, and there's a lot of lore when it comes to Nat. And that's his little, yeah, you can see it over there. I don't know if that tree there, that is actually his little hut. I've been there many a time. What we'll do is we'll take a bit of a shortcut over this way, see if we can ride on the edges of these maybe. Now, there are some nasties in these waters, by the way, so you've got to be a little bit careful if you're doing it at level. There's one there, the Muckshell Scrabbler. They are level 36. There they go. So just be careful if you're taking this shortcut at level. But yes, Nat Pagle is Mr. Fishing. And of course, he is the one that can get you things like amazing fishing poles. And I think he actually teaches you your final fishing skill, if I remember rightly. But there's a lot of backstory and lore about good old Nat Pagle. And I highly recommend that you go along to the WoW Wiki and check that out, because it's actually very interesting reading. There we go, Tidefury Cove is what we've discovered. Now, if you're wondering what these little... Oh, and we got combat, have we? Yes, there's a Muckshell Clacker there. Let's see if we can actually make our way to the shore. And if he's still following us, we'll fight him there. Is he going to carry on, is he? Oh, we can't actually get out of there. No, left combat. Alright, so he buggered off. Yep, okay, goodbye. Now, I'm not sure if we've covered this off in the past, but because I'm a fisher, because of course I have fishing as a profession, you can see there's actually dots on the mini-map in the water, and that is these sparkling things here. Now what they are fishing pools, and we can fish in them. In this case, you can see if I hover over it, it says it's an oily blackmouth school. Now, of course, that means the chance of us actually fishing up an oily blackmouth from there are very, very high. It's a very high chance indeed. So that's kind of handy if you're after specific fish. But in other zones, and especially Northrend, if you fish those, you get a chance at one of the great achievements in the game, and that is called Turtles All the Way Down from memory. And you can actually get a chance to fish up a turtle mount, which is an underwater mount. It actually speeds your underwater swim speed, if you like. So yeah, definitely want to fish from the pools from Northrend, there's no doubt about it. But here he is, the man, the legend himself. It is Nat Pagle. Let's see what he's got to say.
How are you?
How are we? We're good. If you ask me, the best part about fishing is its slow pace. You know what, Nat? I agree totally. It gives one time to think, to reflect on past events, and to plan for future ones. Oh, and it's also a great excuse to drink. Heavily. Yes, thank you for that, Nat. Is it real? So, you want to know about sea monsters? Well, I'll make you a deal, but it's going to involve a lot of alcohol and some embarrassment on your part. Oh, Nat, come on! Don't like the sound of this one. What's going on? Nat's bargain. So you found a copy of Dastardly Denizens of the Deep, did you? Yep, we sure did, Nat. Well, I can tell you from experience, it's all true. I've even seen a few of them with my own eyes, but if you want to know about Tethyr, I said I'd make you a deal. So here's what I want you to do. I'm working on a new line of baits, but I haven't tested this one yet. Just take this paste, yeah, it smells a little foul, smear it on yourself, oh come on Nat, and swim into the deep part of Tidefury Cove to the southwest. Let me know how it works. Ew! So we have to smear Pagle's fish paste extra strength on yourself and then swim into Tidefury Cove. Oh. Seriously, Nat, the things we do for questing. There we go. 1 fish paste tested. Use. Slather the paste all over yourself and prepare to meet some sea creatures. A jar of the most rank fish-derived paste you've ever seen, is what it says as a description right there. Oh my god. Alright, so where do we have to go again? Nat's Bargain, good lord. Okay, we have to, where is it? Tidefury Cove to the southwest. Okay, so southwest is, well, southwest is that way. So I guess that's where we have to go. Oh man, I'm not going to enjoy this. Alright, Nat, here we go. We're going to smear ourselves in this stuff. Ew. Okay, so we've got a buff there. To say you smell funky would be putting it mildly. Ugh. Ugh. Alright, what do we have to do? Let's get out here and see what it attracts. Oh man, not liking this. Not one bit. Here we go, swimming out into the middle of Tidefury Cove, which is out here. Now, I'm not sure exactly how far we have to go or what we have to do. Entering combat. Oh, look at this. We've got ourselves a lurking shark. Well, okay, Nat, your fished bait, your stinky paste, definitely works because it attracted a shark. Oh my god. There we go. All right, let's get out of here. Thanks a lot, Nat. That was disgusting. Ew. And we had a shark come at us. Good lord, just as well we are masters of the arcane arts. And yeah, whatever. Alright, so we killed it. There we go, entering combat. Let's get this clacker here. No, it's not a clacker this time, it's a muck shell. What is it? Yes, it is a muck shell clacker. Come on, away you go. There we are. Now we're going to have to heal up a little bit there. He took a few chunks off us, and of course we can do that by eating our own conjured mana cookie. Such are the ways of a mage, thank goodness. Let's have a bit of a gobble down of those. And just reminding you too that those cookies actually do health and mana as well. In the old days you used to have separate ones. You'd have mana biscuits and you'd have drink. You could actually make drink separate to food, but now it's just all rolled into one, which is just a lot easier. Alright, there he is, Nat. Oh boy, you better be grateful for this after us embarrassing ourselves like that. Here we go, Nat's Bargain. Remember, the deal is don't come back until something bites you. Well, you never told us that before we head out. Anyway, Nat says not bad at all, but you know, I think I'd get a bath as soon as possible if I was you. Yeah, thanks a lot, mate. Now, about your sea monster. Help yourself to a brew or two in the meantime. Look at that, we get ourselves some Dark Moon Special Reserve as a reward. That'll keep us warm on a cold winter's night. Yes, Tethyr is certainly real, and he lives in the waters of Theramore. He's got a thing for bright lights. He's the reason they shut down the lighthouse in the first place, you know. Oh gosh, I wonder if Babs knows that. And oh, hang on, she's gone and lit it up again. Anyhow, and if you light it up again, he'll come right back. But no one in their right mind would do that. Yeah, right. No one in their right mind would get the lighthouse going again, Nat. Anyway, moving on. So that must be your plan. It's been good sharing a drink with you, but don't blame old Nat if Tethyr really turns you into fish bait. If you're going to do this, make sure you consult Major Mills at the Theramore docks. So there you go. We've got to go off and speak with Major Mills. Thank you, Pat. We shall give you a salute. There you go. Ta-da! We will see you later on in the game, I'd imagine, because, yeah, we're going to be doing our fishing, and anyone who is serious about their fishing will end up, without a doubt, coming back to Nat Pagle. But again, folks, go and check the WoW wiki entry on Nat Pagle, because it's very interesting. As is all of the lore in WoW, and of course, if you haven't already, make sure you go and check up the one on Jaina, seeing as we're here in Dustwallow Marsh, and of course, Jaina Proudmoore is, well, Theramore is Jaina Proudmoore's town, I guess, is the way of putting it. And if you don't know about her, you definitely want to go and find out, because it is a very interesting story, and there is a lot of stuff with Thrall. And once again, if you guys have actually played Warcraft 3, you will know all about that. Alright, so where are we going? It looks like we're heading over to the front of the docks to speak with Major Mills. I'm just going to head, I mean, we could swim all the way over there, but it's just a bit far. So I'm going to cut across here, hopefully. And we'll get on the road again, I think. Oh, that's if we're able to climb up. This is all new, so I'm not sure if we can. Maybe we can over there. Hopefully there's a gap at the side there. We can actually squeeze past the gates. Otherwise we're going to have to go all the way down the other end. Oops, never thought of that. Oh well. Oh, come on, let us up. There we go. Can we jump up here? And yes, just snuck around. Alright, let's mount up. In fact, let's use our Worgen Greyshield running wild there, and we're going to head on over to, where are we going? Yes, oh, it's real, back to Major Mills. And once again, folks, if you haven't been back here since the Cataclysm, that road, you'll be scratching your head going, what the hell is that? Make sure you go back and watch our previous Seraphis episode, and that will all become clear to you as to what's been going on. Yes, definitely a bit of a redesign for this zone. Alright, now, by the way, they've got a quest there now, but that's not who we need to speak to first. We need to come across here and speak to Major Mills. Now, I don't know if you remember the last time we were here, I said that these cannons at the side here, that one and that one there, and there's one over there as well, come in handy. This is where we're about to see them coming in handy, I do believe. Here we are, Major Mills. Let's have a chat.
What can I do for you?
You recount your experiences with Nat Pagle, carefully omitting the portion about the bait test. Yes, we'll leave that bit out. Anyway, well, it sounds like we've got our work cut out for us. I'll make the preparations, he says. All right, take down Tethyr is the name of this quest here. Sea monster or no, we're not going to risk the safety of our shipping. I've ordered our best marksmen to prepare a confrontation with this Tethyr. The artillerymen have augmented the dock's defences with 3 mortars, and they're the ones right beside us there. I'm going to order the lighthouse's lamp illuminated. If Tethyr does attack, it will be your job to operate the mortars and to take down the beast before it can kill all of the marksmen. I wouldn't stand in one place too long though. Using the mortars is likely to draw its attention. So there we go, you can see use the mortars to defeat Tethyr, and you'll be able to choose from one of these awesome rewards here, one of them of which is actually a better staff than we've got, so that's good. So the key here is in the quest text. Basically what is happening is it's going to phase out very shortly. We're going to get an event that comes up, so it's very cool, and there's a couple of things we have to remember. One is when we use a mortar, it will actually attract the attention of the sea monster. So unless you want to be squished by the sea monster, you basically have to go and use a different mortar. The second thing is that he's actually going to be attacking the marksmen, and we want to make sure that they don't all die. So there's a couple of different objectives there. So I think without further ado, we need to accept this.
For the Alliance.
And there we go, marksmen, form up and take your positions. And hopefully we'll see the marksmen. Look at that, the rain is going to start to pour. Yes, we've got phasing going on. There are the marksmen over there, and you can see we've got these things that are glowing. Alright, and you can see up the top we've got a count. There is Tethyr, he's coming in, the big sea monster. We've got the mark up the top, 12 out of 12, here they come, and we've got to keep them alive. Now we definitely want to target Tethyr. You can see 152,000 hit points. That's just a little bit more than we're used to. Yes, there he is, Tethyr. Alright, so now as soon as this event gets going, we're going to be able to hopefully use these mortars. Now why can't I use these mortars? Oh, we're waiting for all of the marksmen to take their position. You can see the ones way out over the side there. Alright, looks like we are off, I think. They're starting to fire. Alright, here we go. We can now use the mortar. There we are, a water bolt. And we've hit him once, and yes, so we've got to get out of the way of these water bolts, and we're going to try and quickly get to these other mortars. Now I'm going to use Blink. There we go, and let's see if we can use another water bolt there. Might zoom out so you guys can see what's going on. There we go, we've taken another chunk out of him, and we need to move. Once we've actually used one of those mortars, we can't, oh, look out, we can't use another one. Alright, so let's see if we can get onto this one here. Here we go, the Cove Cannon. There we are, and boom, that's taken him down to 113k. Now our blinker's up, so let's use that. Oh, ouch, ouch, ouch. Trying to get out of the way of this water jet here. And you can see all the marksmen there are also doing their part. Now so far, there are 12 out of 12 still here. Now I wonder if we can actually attack him. Let's try. Oh, we can. Interesting. Now I've never done this before. I've never actually attacked him with our abilities. But I think it would take a heck of a long time to kill him were we to do that. Yep, and we got a big hit there, so that's not good. Let's use this water cannon again, the good old mortar. And yeah, look, that took him down to 74k. He's down to 66k now. Now we've still got 12 out of 12 marksmen remaining. So again, folks, it's a bit of a timed event, and we like these. They're kind of fun. And there we go, we defended him. We did it. We defeated Tethyr, and yoo-hoo, that is it. Well done us. I think that deserves a clap. Well done, Seraphis. Whoops, if I can spell clap. Woohoo! Nice. There we go. And you can see it's all phased out now. And look at that, we got fireworks celebrating our victory as well. Yay us. Let's have a chat with Major Mills here. Take down Tether. Well done, Seraphis. I'll admit, when I first caught a glimpse of that beast, I had doubts about our ability to defend the docks, but you held together the defenders brilliantly. There we go. We get to choose our reward, the Tower of Theramore. And again, if we look at the comparison stats, we get an extra 7.8 damage per second, an extra 3 intellect, and an extra 6 critical strike rating, which is very cool. We lose 4 stamina, but out of all of our stats, that's the one that we don't mind losing the most.
Have a good one.
And there we go, 4,600 XP as well. And you can see we're about 2.5 bars away from level 42, so yay us. Let's go in here and swap this out with our new one. There we are. Is that it? Yes, it is. That is our new staff, and I think I need to save that to normal. There we go. Yep, all good. All right, so we now have a new staff and a whole bunch more XP. Very, very happy about that. That was fun. All right, got a couple of minutes left in the episode yet. So let's have a chat to Sergeant Emil here. The Hermit of Swamp Light Manor. Oh boy, again folks, if you are a veteran of WoW and you've played here before in Theramore and indeed in Dustwallow Marsh, you will know all about the Hermit of Swamp Light Manor, I'm sure. You know what, I'm kind of looking forward to it. It's going to bring back heaps of memories doing this. Here we go. There's a fellow that the locals know as Swamp Eye Jarl who lives alone out in the swamp. Some time ago he took over Swamp Light Manor after the previous owners disappeared under mysterious circumstances. I like to send someone over to check up on him every once in a while. He kind of reminds me of my grandfather, you know. Some say he's not quite right in the head. If you're headed northwest on the road out of Theramore, you'll find Swamp Light Manor in the Witch Hill area. Oh yeah, that brings back memories. Witch Hill, oh my goodness. Before the road turns west, speak to Swamp Eye Jarl at the Swamp Light Manor. And of course, if we open up our map and have a look at that, you can see it's, where is it? It's over there. That is it. And you can see we've already got to go there anyhow for the Mudrock Soup and Bugs. Now, where is it? There he is. That is it right there. The Hermit of Swamp Light Manor. So you can see basically, folks, in our next episode, we're actually going to start going out into Dustwallow Marsh proper. And I'm really looking forward to that, to be honest, because like I say, it is a fantastic new zone. And what we'll do is we'll head out this north gate and we'll go along there. I think that's really the way that the zone is designed to be played, is to come along here and then crawl around down up the top there and then down to the south. So we'll do all these other quests later. The first ones we'll do will be round here in the swampy area, and of course off the coast there, which is where we've got to get those forked mud rock tongues. So I think that's what we're going to do in the next episode, so it's a good time to leave it here. Certainly hope you guys enjoyed this one with us taking down Tethyr and of course meeting Nat Pagle, which is very, very cool. Certainly hope you guys will join us in the next one as we actually get out into the marsh rather than staying here in Theramore City itself. So until then, folks, on behalf of myself, Sambo, Seraphis, our level 41, nearly level 42 Worgen Mages, are saying take care. Certainly hope you're having a great day wherever in the world you are. We do look forward to seeing you next time. We will see you then, and bye-bye.
May the great wolf spirit guide you.